And again here as Robert C. Dupree, I want to bring out, to the American peoples, concerning, you heard the testimony of Teresa Lucis, and there were some very startling things that was brought out concerning how that she was saying that even the plant manager, who is currently down there at this point in time, how that she had not only allowed her to be discriminated against, or harassed rather, by certain employees, but she stated also in her testimony that this particular plant manager was also hanging out at some bar down the street from General Mills with the individuals who was harassing her. Okay, and I also want to bring out, this was also one of the strongest witnesses, one of them, that my former attorney also supposed to have been talking to, this Teresa Lucis, and the settlement money was based up off of her yearly wage, of $35,371.09, during the year 2000, when she had given her testimony here in 2001 concerning my sworn affidavits that she had testified on my behalf. Well, anyway, that just shows again that how the General Mills was involved in this here fraud and conspiracy. And another thing I want to bring out is that concerning the fraud and conspiracy, when General Mills had used my attorney to deceive and manipulate me into signing these documents and things, well, I did not get a copy of that document until 2 days later. And by the time I finally got those, despite my constantly complaining and asking the attorney to give me a copy of this fraudulent statement that they had deceived and manipulated me into signing, he didn't give it to me until 2 days later. And when he finally gave it to me, well, he had added additional terms and things to it that was not owned with the original documents and things that I had been deceived and manipulated into signing. And therefore, they had also not only lied and deceived me, they also lied and deceived the courts, alleging that I, Robert C. Dupree, had voluntarily agreed to all the terms with no coercion from anyone or from General Mills. That is falsehood and far from the truth as it can be. This is stuff that was done behind the scene, and that's why I know that General Mills is definitely behind it, because General Mills had gotten my attorney to do this. And another thing I want to mention also is that a lot of the witnesses who wanted to testify on my behalf and even give their own personal testimonies about the discrimination and stuff and the racism and things that not only that they knew that I went through, but also that they themselves had experienced or even seen another incidents where I have been treated different, or either other blacks have been treated in some sense. And I want you all to also to hear this conversation here between me and my former attorney. And this conversation here between me and my former attorney, Jeffrey Sutton, it was a conversation back in 2001, I believe April of 2001, when he and I was in his office and we was talking concerning witnesses who wanted to testify on my behalf and give other incidents concerning the racial prejudice and the practices of how General Mills is operating.
just mentioned this, like, okay, you already got him on the paper. If you don't, I can go ahead and give you his number, because he's the one I was talking to. Alright, this is what I would like for you to do, Robert. Okay. Down their names, even though I have it, put down their names with the new information. Okay, because I'm going to start scheduling appointments for those people to come in. So I'd be able to pair the new information with what you have. Does that make sense? Yeah, but see what they said there's a lot of stuff they didn't want to say. They just want to talk with you, but I can tell them, and I go ahead on with that. Some of the information I know is that one of the young ladies they said trying to confirm with this here, she had quit from down there because she had better 45 days in. This is what I want to get back with them on. And she had heard some certain racial slurs, but they wanted to get back with me on it. They didn't want to do a lot of talking because they were still around me down there in the place down there. But whatever it is, they're more than willing to talk with you, and whatever information that they can give to you will be very relevant to my case here. And I told them that I would definitely give you that information, and to go ahead on with that. And they said if you can get them in a group or call them or summon them or whatever it is. And one of the guys, two of us, said, man, let that Terry come home. I think that's something you want to go ahead on and tell me, and then go and expose these folks. A lot of crazy stuff is still going on that they wouldn't tell me on the phone. So, whatever that is, they told me that it would definitely support my case and show that obviously there's a lot of crazy stuff that's still going on that the company's trying to hide and keep covered. Even with some of the certain other employees, and I know you're familiar with what I'm putting down on there, and certain things that he had done that the company has allowed to still go on, wouldn't take any disciplinary action, stuff like that, and other issues that they really wouldn't go into a lot of details with over the phone. So I told them I would definitely give this information and get back with them. Okay. So they were saying, like if you can schedule them on a Saturday, because sometimes their workload is kind of crazy down there, whatever's convenient for you. No, I definitely understand what they said. Okay. Well, as I said, I'm getting ready to start scheduling witnesses and stuff to come in so I can start taking statements from them. So, if you would just put me together, something in writing very briefly that summarizes what you told me here, help me keep track of it so when I get in and I'm talking to specific people, I'll know exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, so to go ahead and put them guys' names down on a sheet of paper and maybe some of the statements or whatever it is that they had received and got, and then bring it in to you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, like I said, I'm supposed to be getting back with the guy tonight to let him know, or let them know what you instructed me to do, or what type of information you would prefer, and etc. So I go ahead on and tell them that tonight. They're looking to hear from me tonight based upon what he had, mentioned to me. So they definitely waiting for me to get back with them on this, and I certainly told them I would. Okay. So after that, we got folks willing to go ahead and make a stand. So I'm going to go ahead and get back with them on that tonight. I'll give them the information you gave to me, and we'll go ahead and work from that. Okay. Today is March 29th, 2001. Again, I discussed coming out of the office of Mr. Jeffrey Sutton and explaining and talking to him that I do have witnesses who was more than willing to come forth and to talk to him concerning a lot of the prejudice and the racial discrimination and stuff that not only did they witness that I had experienced with, but other issues and things that